Okay, so September 2024, I hiked Mount Agung, um, which is an active volcano. And it was just one of those things where, if I'm in Bali and I want to do something adventurous, boom, there's something extreme to do. There's different ways, well, I should say, there's different trails to get to the summit. And based on what trail you do, is going to be like what type of, like your experience at the top. Okay, so this is the Pasar Agung Temple Trail if you decide to go this way. Um, I started off like at, I think it was like around 4 a.m. And I think it took me about 3 hours to get to the top, which was perfect for me because, again, I didn't want to spend all day hiking. I just wanted to get to the top, say I did it, and then, there's that. You do not need a guide. So if you think you need a guide, don't worry about it. You can do it on your own. I saw a few people on their own doing the hike. I saw people with a guide. I actually, ran into some people coming on the way down, and they're asking me, "Hey, are you alone?" I'm like, "Yep." And so you can totally do it alone. Obviously, the only thing I suggest is getting a hiking stick. That helps out so much, but you don't even have to do that. You can just walk it. So when you get there, you drive up this road, and there's going to be like this kind of shack off to the right, and somebody's going to flag you down. This is what happened to me. Somebody flagged me down, and they were like, "Hey, sign in the book," and there's a registration book, and you can see that there's other people that were there maybe an hour before you or whatever, and you pay. It costs 200,000. So it wasn't a lot. That's what, a little over $10 US dollars. So yeah, so then the guy got in hit on his scooter, and he showed me the way to the beginning. He told me to pull off the side of the road, and I started like literally like there was a gap in the trees. He goes, "That's where you start," and it was like just walking through the jungle at that point. All right, so it's 6:30. I started around 3:45, and right now, I mean, we're getting there, almost there, I guess. I don't know. I met up with some new friends.
Yes.
Hello. 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 Thank God for these guys, because I have no idea what I'm doing. And if you can look down, it is terrifying. I'm so afraid right now. But these guys give me all the confidence because I can just follow them. And they're going at a good pace. So, still moving. There's a bunch of them. There's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 of them. All right, well, keep going. Look at the clouds, man. It's freaking crazy up here. This is like one step away from death. Seriously, I don't know how we get down. All right, so as far as the top is concerned, this is probably the biggest factor on whether you want to do which trail you want to choose. Because I did the Pasar Agung Temple trail, and when I got to the top, literally there was enough room for like, 5 or 6 of us kind of just hanging out. You're not going to be walking around. You're not going to be doing any of that stuff. It's literally like maybe like 3 to 4 meters in width, and it's really cool. Obviously you can look down into the volcano. You see all the ash. You see like, it's crazy. There's monkeys around. There's monkeys everywhere. But there's not a lot of space up top. Unlike the more popular trail, the Saki Temple, which takes longer to get to the top, but I didn't do that one, but from what it appears, you can just run around up top. That's what it seems like. There's plenty of space. Everybody's walking around. And you're just kind of like, you got a lot more freedom. And that's the trade-off. So it'll take you longer to get there. But if you're actually planning on this is what I want to do, then you might want to take the more popular route. Or if you just like me and you just checking a box on a list, then this is just as good for that. And some really cool views, and it was beautiful. It was challenging. It's just as challenging. I want to say both trails. I don't know about the third one. They say all three of them are just as challenging. It's just that some take longer to get to the top than others. And certainly the views are beautiful anywhere you go. So it's 11:20, and I think it took me about 7.5. It seems like it took a little bit longer on the way back down. It was just so dangerous. I ate it. Like I fell down, I want to say a handful of times. I just fell on my butt. It fell on my back. Went for a slide one time. It was scary. But I was with eventually we all left at the same time. But we just all kind of just scattered. Some went faster, some went slower. I went with two guys. The one guy that had no shoes on, which was amazing. And the other kid, he was 28. And eventually they were like, hey, man, you can just go. I was like, you guys sure? They're like, yeah. It's like, all right. So now I got a 2-hour ride back to town to the hotel. I got it here and I think it was an hour 45, so maybe it won't be as long because it's daylight and I can see where I'm going. And so we'll see. But that's that. Check that off the list. I'm good if I never hike another volcano. The view was cool. And I'm glad I got the pictures I got. And it was a good time. I'm glad I met the people I met because what they did for me was made me feel like I was sure about where I was going and what I was doing, because I was questioning every step. I was questioning, should I go left, right? How do I do it? So like halfway up when I saw those guys, I'm like, hey guys, what's up? And they're like, hey, you coming with us? I was like, yeah, heck yeah, I'll go with you. And so it was a good time. And also they brought a lot of laughs. It was fun. So that's that. And off to the next adventure.